Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Independent Brokerage. My name's Howard Flash. I'm the broker and owner of Roundtable Realty.
And I'm Erin Salem, Marketing Director for Roundtable Realty. How was your weekend?
Hot.
Yeah. You
So
and
hot.
everyone else.
So hot.
It was one of you step outside and you can't breathe.
I hope that this is as hot as it gets.
Well,
Maybe. For the whole year. It's never going to be hot.
I hope that as well.
Monday.
But
for
seeing as
Memorial
how
Day.
it's still snowing
Memorial
in
Day.
Colorado or Boston or wherever that was. Yeah, I think it's
Speaking of
gonna get
Memorial
hotter.
Day, can I just tell you,
A pet peeve?
Yeah, pet
I
peeve.
felt it. I felt the heavy breath. Yes.
I cannot stand it when someone says Happy Memorial Day. No.
Yeah, it's not a
It's not happy.
celebration.
You are supposed to enjoy a day off in remembrance
Yes.
of those who died.
Yes. In gratitude for the
Protecting
people
our
who
freedoms.
gave it
And
all.
I get
That's right.
emails sometimes from my peers who send something
Looking
out
at you, peers.
that says Happy Memorial Day, and I just cannot.
I understand
Cannot.
that. Yeah. No.
I get it, and I shake my phone. Shake it.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
And you are celebrating, and you're celebrating in
And
their
they would.
memorial.
I'm sure they would want you
but-
to celebrate,
yeah.
but not forget.
All right, so food.
Mm.
I tried a new pizza
Oh.
this weekend, not 5-star. They don't deliver over here.
Yeah.
In the boonies.
We found that out.
So I was hungry. It was Saturday night, and I
Yes.
was in Walmart, and I saw in their little market side freezer 1 full pound of meat on their meat lovers pizza. You cook it at home, like Papa Murphy's.
Right. Which is good. Papa Murphy's
And we did
is
it,
good.
and I thought it was good.
Okay.
I said at the table, I said, this is as good as Papa Murphy's, and I got looks. I just got looks.
But I bet you if they didn't know that it was from Walmart,
Maybe.
they probably would have liked it.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame, too,
Walmart
because I
gets
thought
a
it was,
bad
I thought
rap.
it was good pizza.
Okay.
Market side, do you have hamburgers, hot dogs, anything like that on the weekend?
We did. We actually did nachos, poolside nachos,
Okay.
which are one of my favorite things in the entire world.
Nachos or the poolside nachos?
Both,
Okay.
but there's something special about poolside nachos with the queso and it's the warm and the salty and the spicy, but the cool of the lettuce and the tomato
And the pool.
and the pool, delicious.
Yeah.
That's
that.
about it though. We didn't do any major cooking.
Well,
A lot of kids this weekend, so
could have just taken the steak and thrown it on the driveway. Let it cook
yeah.
out there.
My son said, "Mom, if I laid down and I was an egg, I'd be fried."
And he was right.
And he was right.
For once. This last week,
Yes.
here, we streamed the FREC meeting,
Yes. Tell them what FREC means.
Florida Real Estate Commission.
Correct.
And it was very exciting.
For Howard.
Scary. Scary for everyone else.
Right. So that meeting involves a board of people who make decisions about complaints or what would you call
Escrow
it?
disbursement orders.
Okay. People who have escalated their issues to FREC then get their issues heard by a board of people who make decisions about who's in the right, who's in the wrong, and where the money goes.
And it is must-see TV.
It's definitely interesting.
Well, if you're a realtor, I think I'm going to do an event in June. I'm going to invite people from any brokerage, I was thinking. And we'll do popcorn. No, too many.
Hey, listen,
We'll get 6 people here. If I invite 10,000 realtors, we'll get 6 people
Yeah.
here to watch the FREC meeting.
all 6 independent brokerage fans.
Yes. But anyway, I found it very interesting to watch these people
Yes.
stand in front of the board. And my realtors that I love here in the RTR family get to sit there and they get to see how serious it is what we do. The
Yeah.
seriousness and the weight
Yeah.
of the role we play. Because, there are a lot of brokerages out there and a lot of realtors out there and a lot of licensed sales professionals out there who don't understand or don't get the gravity of what we do and the licensure that we have. So when you
Exactly.
sit here and you watch the frauds and the things that are done wrong,
Right.
and watch the people have their licenses revoked, and many times licensees who show up in front of the board whose brokers don't show up.
Right.
Or, for example, the one we saw where the licensee was up there and you thought his broker was there and it was his team leader, and the Florida Real Estate Commissioners tore into the team leader because he's not the broker.
Right.
He is
And
not.
you can't act as the broker.
He is not the broker of liability over this licensee. He's
Yeah.
there to support.
Right.
But he is not the broker. And it's enlightening for the agents here to see. And I've gone down there. And I've seen it, me and Alan and Robert went, and you just watch, and you're just like, holy smokes, I can't. First of all, some of the decisions that people make are like, how could you make that decision?
Right.
Like, what?
It's so unethical or against the law, the thing that you're doing. But a lot of it is done out of ignorance, because agents come into the field of real estate thinking, well, I've got my license, so I'm ready to go. And without broker supervision, that's really... a broker who's hands-on, it's easy to make a lot of mistakes because no two deals are the same.
Sure.
We see that all the time.
But that's why you have to have brokers.
But our agents know that they don't need to make a single move or take a single step that they're unsure of, because they've got brokers here who are available.
Did you know that there's a real estate company that has one broker for the whole state? Yes, that's true. I am not lying.
Yeah, and I'm sure he lives on a boat in the Mediterranean or something.
I don't know if that's jurisdictionally allowed, but that being said,
I can't imagine.
There is one broker over an entire state, and there's one broker who has over 1,300 realtors. Yeah, I look, God bless their business model. Okay,
absolutely. I'm sure that their homes themselves are beautiful.
Absolutely, but it's
and their boats and their cars.
But it's just hard for me to understand when you see the FREC meeting and you see the gravity of what's happening.
Yeah.
That you should have a broker who's just more involved. And speaking Howard Soapbox, can we get on Howard Soapbox?
Yeah, let's do it.
I wasn't on it yet, so now I'm going to get on Howard Soapbox. Ready? I'm coming in Tuesday hot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All right, well, it's hot, so I've been on fire all
You don't really have much of a choice.
I'm coming in hot today. So here we go, Howard Soapbox.
Okay.
Howard Soapbox.
This FREC meeting, they do something that I just mentioned before, escrow disbursements orders.
Yes.
EDOs.
Yes.
Okay. One of my pet peeves is there are brokerages out there that do not hold escrow binders as a company policy, and that's fine. That's allowed.
Yes.
But they also need to educate the potential client and customer that by not holding the binder at a brokerage, they lose their ability to fight for their money for free.
Okay, so I'm going to back up a second.
Please.
Because I just wrote a blog about this, so I got to learn a whole bunch about it. Essentially, when you say, I'm going to buy a home, and you go, give a contract, here's your terms, and they say, okay, here's what you need to put down, and that is your binder, or escrow, escrow. And that's basically a good faith offering, say, I'm really serious about my offer, and it's also legally to ensure that that's what you're going to do. So let's say something happens, and the buyer finds out along the way, there's something about, in the tenant period, there's something about the home that is not satisfactory to them, they're legally allowed to exit said contract because they decide it's not right for them. Then they are entitled, in most cases, to get their money back that they put down, but not all cases. And the same is true the opposite. If the buyer defaults for some reason that is not within 10 days, the seller is entitled to that money in most cases, but there are areas in which the buyers and sellers agree that that point who makes the decision, well, you don't have a brokerage holder your binder. Am I doing good?
I'm going to throw you a lifesaver at some point.
Just drink my coffee.
It was very good, actually. You did really well.
I'm pretty close.
You did really good.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, if a brokerage isn't holding the binder, you can't take the issue to FREC to decide who gets the money.
Right, so let me break it down to iced tea terms. Okay, so...
I might just cut that whole part out.
You don't have to. You can leave it.
Okay.
The buyer's going to put the escrow money in an escrow deposit somewhere.
Yes, could be with a brokerage, or it could be...
title company or attorney's office.
Okay.
Okay. If there's a fight over that binder.
Yes.
Okay. For any reason.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the thing that always surprises to me is that buyers will often say to the realtor, well, I'll get my money back. And if a realtor ever says, oh, yeah, you'll get your money back, they're lying because they don't know. Because the way it boils down is that there's a release of binder deposit form that has to be signed by the buyer and the seller. Okay. So if the seller just won't sign it because they're stick in the mud. Okay, they're just not going to sign it, period.
You know, sticks in the mud. They never sign anything.
Yeah, they're not going to sign it.
They don't even have hands.
Yeah, they're terrible. You know, they just have these branches that stick out.
Can't even hold a pencil.
No thumbs.
Right.
So the thing is if they won't sign it, then the person holding the binder can't release it. If they do release it, they take on the liability. Okay. So they won't. So they'll just sit there on it.
Yep.
Now, there are 4 ways that a buyer and seller can fight for their binder.
1.
Mediation.
2.
Arbitration.
3.
Litigation.
4.
That's the one I want to talk about.
Yes.
All right. The last one is the critical one. It's an EDO, escrow disbursement order.
Okay.
Okay. And you can only get that from FREC. But FREC will only rule on it if the binder is held at a brokerage. Right. So what's happening out there in the general public out there is these brokerages are making a business decision that they're not going to hold binders, and that's fine. But then they ought to tell their buyer that, guess what? If you fight over this binder, this $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000, you give up the E, that fourth one. So now you only have mediation, arbitration, and litigation, and all those things
Cost money, yeah.
Cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went to a mediation one time. This was very early on. I went to a mediation one time, and they were fighting over a $5,000 binder, and they were in the hole, I think, $2,100 before it even started because of the court fees and because it was court-ordered mediation. So the court fees and the mediator per hour. So he said, "You guys walked in here. You're not fighting for $5,000 anymore.
Wow.
Now you're fighting for $2,900."
Oh my
So
gosh.
I would recommend we sort this out quickly.
Yes.
And that's their job, right? But here's the thing that's important to note is that didn't have to happen. If the brokerage, first of all, I'm not saying brokerages have to hold binders. We do at Roundtable Realty.
Right.
Okay, because we think it's important that we protect people's rights to go to this system that's set up by the state. But if they're not going to, they need to inform their customer and their client that they're giving up that right.
Yes.
And I can tell you for sure that doesn't happen.
No.
Because why would they say that? Why would they want to educate them on a negative?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't happen.
And so it's a shame because what I end up seeing, and the reason I bring this up is Heather Straczynski, one of our realtors, had a wonderful client. Hi, Heather. Hi. She had a client who was in a very difficult situation. They put a home under contract where a seller had received a check from an insurance company to put a new roof on the home.
Yes.
And they never put the new roof on the home.
So they had on paper new roof insured or paid out by insurance in such and such a year, but then upon inspection,
they never put the new roof on.
There was no roof.
And so the buyer, when they tried to get homeowners insurance, the homeowners insurance companies were all saying, well, where's this new roof? And so it became a really big problem because the buyers were no longer in their 10-day inspection period.
Wow.
And so the fight was, the seller said, look, you're not in your inspection period anymore. The buyers argued, look, we're in our financing contingency. We can't get homeowners insurance because you lied potentially on your seller's disclosure. So
you committed, insurance fraud.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not an attorney. Chris Ritchie is, so maybe he knows. But Chris might comment below and let us know if
he's one of our 6 fans?
Yes, I think we're up to 8.
Yes.
So anyway, so the point of the matter is so FREC, we sent it off to FREC for free.
Because we held the binder.
That's right, $5,000. And FREC ruled at this meeting that we watched in favor of our client.
So they got their money back.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Now, had they not held the binder at a brokerage and held it at an attorney's office or a title company, they couldn't have done that. They would have had to mediate it, arbitrate it,
or and they would have spent half the money just filing to litigate, arbitrate, or mediate.
That's right. And it's one of those people before property things that I think brokerages, especially Roundtable Realty, has to do because it's in the favor of the clients and the customers out there.
Absolutely.
And we can't tell you whether or not you're going to win, but we sure are going to ensure that you can fight for free.
Yeah, and doesn't it make sense for both parties to know that they will be able to if it came down to that? Because nobody wants to play the he said as a realtor. I don't imagine you want to do the game. You want to say, okay, let's let a neutral third party for free tell us who is legally at fault and who legally gets that money.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make more sense?
It does to me, and that's what we do.
Well, I don't do it. I'm just the director of marketing.
I actually have to write up stuff and send it to the state. Ethel is down there. Ethel Barnes, she's so great.
Hey, Ethel.
I email Ethel, and she emails back, got it. And
at FREC? Ethel at FREC?
Yeah, and then we wait 60 or 90 days, and they rule. And
we need to find out when Ethel's birthday is. I want all the members of the Independent Brokerage Fan Club to send Ethel a birthday card.
All 8? She's going to get 8 cards in the mail.
Yeah,
that's
that'd
so
be
cute.
Exciting.
It will be. Ethel Barnes.
That's my big contribution to today's show.
I think that we ran long today. It feels like we ran long.
It's okay.
It's all right. It's a Tuesday, so we're giving him an extra day's worth.
And you were on a soapbox.
Soapbox.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you
soon.